In today's video, I'm going to show you how I ranked in one day using Entity SEO. My name is Jesper Nissen, and I'm the owner and founder of YACSS, leading platform to create Claude links, and schemawriter, leading platform to create schema markup. A couple of days ago, I showed how I write an article with Claude using entities from schemawriter. The topic of the article was Parasite SEO with social media, and you could go check out the video, and it was all automated. I used schemawriter to scrape the entities from the competition. I used Claude to write the article, and then I used Chatgpt with the humanization prompt to actually humanize the content. Yesterday I decided that, okay, so let's see where can this rank? What's the ranking potential? There was no use for me to post it on my own website, jespernissenseo, because I already published a blog post with that title on jespernissenseo. So I decided to publish it on YACSS.site, and here you can see the article Parasite SEO with social media and so on and so forth. So let's check out where it's ranking now. Google search for Parasite SEO with social media. Let's see where it ranks. And as you can see, it ranks number, well, we have a video here ranking number 1 here, but you can see the first organic result is the website jespernissenseo.com with the blog post that I just mentioned, and number 2 is the new article that is AI generated, and it's ranking number 2 here. I think this is a good example of how can you save time, how can you use Entity SEO, and how can you use AI to leverage the Entity SEO to publish article fast and rank fast. And I noticed something interesting. So if I search for Parasite SEO and I go to page 2, next, the article is actually ranking on page 2. I know that it should be ranking on page 1 for it to be really impressive, but still it is ranking on page 2 for a quite competitive keyword, Parasite SEO. Mind you, so the article is not targeting the keyword Parasite SEO per se, because it's a long tail keyword that it's targeting. But still, I think this is and bear in mind that this is an AI generated article. I think this is just a nice result and fun little test to see that an AI generated article can actually rank like that, and fast like that also. We did publish it, we inserted it manually in the Wordpress website, and we did spend some time making it look nice. We didn't change the content. I'm going to show you the 4 or the 5 steps that is needed to create an article like this. And this is what the article looks like, and Oliver, he found this fun picture, this gray hat or black hat. So screenshots, and let me just scroll down so you can see. I know we all hate seeing a person scrolling, but it's just to show you the length of the article. So yeah, I have the plan for you here, and this plan I will put in the description of this YouTube video. But it is quite simple. You run a schemawriter report to fetch the ranking entities. I show in the video how I do it, but I simply click generate new, and this is the keywords, and I select my company. In this case, it's my own, and I just click generate. That's the step 1, run the schemawriter report to fetch the ranking entities. And once that's done, you can go into the report data and export this CSV file, because the report will contain all of the entities, the ranking keywords, the entities that the competition websites are using. So you can see here, they use in the H3, content creation, blog, artificial intelligence, and so on. And we have that for the top 10 search results. Once you exported this, you go into Claude, have it analyze the report. I know that Opus 4.5 is the most complex model. I didn't change, I just used Sonnet 4.5. You can use Opus if that's what you like. What I like about Claude is that when you ask it to analyze something, it really goes into detail, and it gave me specific instructions on recommendation on word length, recommendation on topics, recommendation on what entities to put where. And the only reason it could actually give me the recommendations on what entities to put where is because I gave it this report here. This report is the vital detail, I would say, in this entire process, because this is the essence of Entity SEO with schemawriter, that you actually ask schemawriters to create this report. You specify the target keyword, and then it gives us back all of the ranking entities that we can use. Once Claude wrote this article, and it was extremely simple. It wasn't a detailed prompt that I gave Claude. So it was quite simple, analyze this CSV result, this CSV file for all of the entities. This is the target keyword, write me an article. and then it wrote an article. Once that was done, I asked Chatgpt to humanize the article. The step is have Chatgpt humanize the article with your favorite humanization prompts. So I have a new humanization prompt that I've started using. I'm not ready to share that just yet, but I have the human prompt version 2. You can go back and watch the video about that and use that. That's also fine. Once that is done, I rewrite the introduction paragraph in my own voice. And the reason to rewrite the introduction paragraph, these 6 lines here, is because I noticed that no matter how good a humanization prompt I have, no matter how good it is, still the introduction paragraph will taste AI-like. I mean, I don't know why the AI's machines cannot figure out how to write an introduction, these first 6 lines, without having it sound like AI. But I always find that I do have to rewrite this. The rewrite of these 6 lines is the only editing I needed to do. Everything else was perfect. Literally only these 4 steps, 1, 2, 3, 4, everything was perfect. And in total, I think that this process takes 15 minutes, 10 to 15 minutes, something like that. And then you have a complete article. And then, of course, you need to publish it to WordPress and watch it rank. So the publishing and editing, of course, that's what's the time-consuming part here. The total time spent on this article was between 1 to 2 hours. That's the process of the Entity SEO, and then the process of inserting the article into WordPress. Normally, when I'm writing a blog post like this one I did write manually, it takes me a day. Half a day to a day, because I need to do research. I need to think about what to write. I need to think about what's my tone. I don't need to think much about that, but still, you know what I mean. I need to concentrate in order to formulate the words in a way that I think sounds nice, good, like me. Half a day to a day, at least, writing an article. And it's not something I think it's fun to write blog posts, but it's not something I enjoy super duper much because of the time that I spent doing it. But this process is just makes it super time saving to do like this. I did have one final thought that I just want to share with you. If you copy all of this text, copy Control A, Control C, and we go over to ZeroGPT and we paste the text. So let's just check with the ZeroGPT. That's what I use because I think it's nice and fast. So I have arrived at a score that is 6.13% AI GPT inside of ZeroGPT. I know this is not the most fancy AI detection model. Everything below 10% I personally consider to be safe. So 6.13% is of course considered to be safe. That's just by doing this step, the entity fetching here, the Claude writing, the Chatgpt rewriting with the humanization prompts, the rewriting of the introduction, and publishing. So that's when we arrive at this. And if I did want to get it to 0, I could have edited these lines with the yellow background, but I didn't do that. So I was pleased with the results. So yeah, I hope you like it, guys, and I'll be sure to leave the 5 steps of this Entity SEO procedure and method in the description. Take care, and I'll see you in the next one.